Good morning. Today I thought I'd talk to you about my caffeine addiction and how it started and where I'm at with it. Spoiler alert, I am loving it. I grew up drinking pretty much no caffeine, aside from the occasional cola. It just wasn't a part of my thing. My family wasn't a big soda family. We weren't a coffee family. Occasionally I'd have, an energy drink or something, but honestly, as a kid, I don't even remember it really hitting. And maybe that's just the ADHD, Maybe I'm like, hey, how come I'm focused all of a sudden? Okay. I was about 26, I believe, 26, 27. My dad and I were on our way to go celebrate my cousin's graduation up in Santa Barbara. I was exhausted. Shiloh was like 1 year old. Shiloh was 1 year old. We started driving. I'm just like exhausted. So my dad's like, I can remember this. He goes, I've got this 5-hour energy if you want it. And, of course, me not really knowing about, caffeine or 5-hour energy or not really knowing how that would affect my body, I was like, sure. Bloop, bloop, bloop. And then I levitated out of the car. And I remember floating right above the car as the car was going beneath me. And I, came back into the seat. And I was like, what is this? What is this thing you've given me? And then I remember thinking, I've spent the whole first year of my child's life not knowing what caffeine is. How did I survive? Anyway, okay, so shortly after that, I was like, this is incredible and I need it all the time. But I was out of the job. Had done some PA work, had just done some short films and stuff like that. I didn't have a job, and we were running low on cash. So I was like, I need to get a job ASAP. So I literally went to the closest business to where we lived, which happened to be a Starbucks. And I walked in there, and I remember the manager was just, he was like sitting in the corner. So I went up to the person. I didn't know he was the manager. I said, hi, do you have any job applications or anything? I would like to apply here. And she goes, oh, that guy over there, he's actually the manager. You should go talk to him. I was like, okay, cool. So I went to go talk to him, and he went, sit down. Gave me an interview right there, and was like, yeah, come in on Monday. From there, your boy started to have a coffee every day because you get a free one when you work at Starbucks. And don't even get me started on all the Starbucks stories. I remember, okay, one short story. I remember one time this woman got one of the drinks that had was supposed to have sprinkles on it, and somebody made it wrong. And she's like, this has sprinkles, and just hucked it down into the basin, and the coffee went all up onto the barista. So I started to have coffee every day, and I was enjoying the benefits. Totally unrelated note. I was talking to Portia at the time, and I was like, my stomach. I think I might be allergic to gluten or something, because my stomach something's going on. Something is going on. And she goes, well, how long has this been happening? And I'm like, I don't know, a month or so maybe. And she's like, how long have you been working at Starbucks? And I'm like, weird question, but I don't know, about a month. And she's like, okay. Do you think maybe those two are together? And I was like, oh, looked it up. This is how novice we were in the whole coffee area. But I was like, I had no idea that coffee was that acidic. No idea that if you drank a lot of it and your stomach wasn't used to it, that your stomach could get all jumbled and weird. So anyway, I cut back from there. That's step 2 of my caffeine addiction. Step 3, energy drinks, man. Some more caffeine stories. Every year, Portia's family has this big reunion for the 4th of July. And it's a very religious family, very LDS, which, as you know, LDS or Mormon people don't drink coffee. And so there's no coffee makers anywhere. There's not a lot of caffeinated beverages other than a cola. And so me and my brother-in-law one time, my brother-in-law who loves coffee as well, his coffee order is a quad shot over ice, which is crazy. And, well, okay, Jaden, if you're watching this, it's a quad shot over ice when the coffee's bad. That's just when he needs the kick, which I respect. Once upon a time, he was like, I need the caffeine or else I'm gonna have a wicked headache. So he bought No-Dose, which is the old trucker pills that are just caffeine pills that keep you awake. Anyway, so that's the most desperate I've ever been for caffeine. Is once upon a time I took a No-Dose to get through a morning on the lake. That was interesting. And then lastly, once upon a time, Portia and I were moving, and we had a trailer full of stuff, and I was exhausted. We had just been packing the whole night before. I want to say this was in our college era, and I think this was around the time that I had the 5 hour with my dad in the car, but I think I maybe had a half a 5 hour in the car with my dad. Anyway, so we're on the road, and I go, I'm just going to crank one of these 5 hours. Totally cool. Drank a whole 5 hour in one go on like an empty stomach, and Portia was like, about 30 minutes later, she's like, are you okay? You know that scene in George of the Jungle where he drinks all the coffee and he's like bouncing around and he's like jabba 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 jabba. That's how I was, but talking to her, I was like, so I really love where we're about to move. It's going to be so beautiful. Isn't it going to be so great? Have you seen that over there? Whoa, look at that. That's interesting. Should we stop for some food? I'm feeling kind of hungry. I don't know. Maybe I should. Do you think we should move the couch first? Or do you think we should move the... And Portia was like, honey, she put her hand, honey, take a breath. Anyway, where's my caffeine addiction now? Hold on one sec. Bro, Celsius are so good. But here's the problem with Celsius. If I have too many of them in a row, like too many, like if I have on Monday and Tuesday and Wednesday, Thursday, I'd be having a panic attack. So I think they're a good for emergency use. I do work in the plumbing industry, so a white Monster just hits different now. But I do love energy drinks. I love stopping at a gas station. And I blame that all on Portia. You know, she was, I never really was a beverage girly until Portia came along. And now all of a sudden, I need a sweet treat everywhere I go. So anyway, that's my caffeine addiction. I would love to hear more about y'all's caffeine addiction. Do you even care? Some people are raw dogging it out here. No caffeine. Which is good. Good for you. I'm so happy for you. And yeah, that's all I got. Thank you so much. And I'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye.